Good evening. Welcome to Craps Hawaii. This evening, I just want to talk to you about this new strategy that I'm going to be putting out. It's called the Express. And the reason I'm calling it the Express is because I want to get our money up as fast as we can so we can collect some good money right away. You know that I talked to you about staying alive. So staying alive would be taking your money back, get down right away, depress. But nowadays the tables are $25 tables. A lot of my viewers have told me that, you know, if I could put out some strategies on $25 tables, and because of the COVID, a lot of tables are now 25. But if you can find one at 15 or so, you can adjust this strategy to those tables. Okay, so what we're looking for is at least 3 rows, before we can take our first money. Okay, 4 rows, we can get our money back already and then start to make even more money. Okay, but like I keep saying, not every strategy is going to work. It all depends on what the table is doing, whether you're on the light side or the dark side. Okay, so also I'm going to be playing with a $600 bankroll, and that's not much for laying out $160, because that would give you only 3 chances at 160. That's $480. You would have barely any other money. You won't be able to put out another $160. Okay, so of course people have played 160. Reason I'm calling it the Express is because of the fact the way that we are pressing it and depressing. Okay, so anyway, before I get started, I'd like to give a shout out to another local boy from Hawaii who's putting out his new channel, and he goes under the name of Hawaii Crap Shooters. So if you haven't seen his channel yet, go look it up. He has a couple of videos on YouTube that he has put out, and please help him promote his channel, subscribe, and give his videos a thumbs up. Click the notification bell and share and like. Thank you very much for supporting him. Thank you, Brian, for giving me the hat. Thank you very much. Okay, so the reason that we're talking about this Express is because it's just a way of getting your money up very quickly, and that's why I called it the Express, right? So I'm going to show a few different ways of how to play this. I'm going to shoot 3 sessions of it and put it out one at a time, because 3 sessions will show you an average of how the thing can play. Either you can make money, lose money, or how much you can make, you know, things like that. So showing you just one time, if the table is good, of course the video is going to look good, and I'm not about that. I'm about showing you the strategy. So even if I lose money, I'd just like you to see how the strategy is used. And like I said, a lot of times it's just the base that I start off with, and you can adjust it to however you want to play it. Okay, so I'm not going to be throwing the dice on this premiere of the Express. I'm just going to show you what can be done if certain numbers get hit. Okay, so I'll be right back. See you at this table. Okay, I'm back at the table, and like I said, I'm not going to be throwing the dice, but I'm going to give you some insight of what's going to happen. So when I do put out those sessions, you have a little bit of a head start and know what's going on. So $600 bankroll I told you, but I'm going to just set this up, and a lot of times my strategies come off of a base that I usually use, and that base is the Aloha Special 130, and that's how we set this up. So that's 35, 30, 30, 35, and that's the base of the Aloha Special 130. To make this 160, we're going to drop $15 each on the 4 and 10. Okay, so basically 160, and if the table is hitting 4s and 10s, you are there from at least the first row, and we can use that money to help press us up. Okay, so just show you a couple things If the 4 or the 10 should roll, $15 will collect $27. Now the first things we want to do is to get this 6 and 8 up to 50. Oh, I'm sorry, 42, but that's where you can get 50 for one because it pays 49. So this would pay you $27. So that's 20. Okay, I don't have any ones. Of course, when you're playing at the casino, the dealer will do it for you. Just tell them what you want. So that's $27. We're going to take 3. And with this $24, we're going to press this 6 and 8 to 42. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do if this 4 or 10 gets hit the first thing. Okay. The other way we're going to do this is if the 6 and 8 gets hit, that would pay us $35. That's 10, 20, 30, 35. Okay, so that way we'll take back 11, and we're still going to press this up to 42, which will pay us 50 for one because it pays 49. Okay, now we roll a dice, and the dice comes and hits a 5. Then what we're going to do here, it pays us 49 or 50 for one because it's $35 on the 5 and 9. Okay, so at that point we can collect 50 for one. We got this dollar. We can collect 50 for one, and this is where the express comes in because we express this up to 42, and this is where we're gonna go to. Normal people go to 60. We're gonna go to 75 by dropping the $15 from the 4 and 10 onto the 4 and 5 and 9. Okay, so 2 hits, right? Basically, we would have hit a 4 or a 6 or an 8, and so that's just would be 1 hit. The main thing is we got this 6 and 8 up to 42. So the next hit, whether it hits the 5, the 9, or the 6 and 8, we're gonna collect 50 for one. Okay. So now that was the first hit, and we press this up. Now next hit, let's say the next hit is let's say a 9. You got $75. What 75 pays is 105. Okay, so 1 hit already, you got 105 back. Now if you want to play staying alive so you get your money back, you can drop this to 50, drop this to 50, and here's your $160 that you started, and you still got $6 left. Okay, so if you want to play staying alive because the table is choppy too bad, giving you only 3 or 4 hits, it takes only 2 hits. You drop this back down, you got your money back, but now you got 50, 50, you got 42, 42. Okay, so it's going to pay you 70, it's going to pay you 70, 50 or 50, right? Okay, so that's the reason we want to press up right away. A lot of times I'm telling you that the dice only rolls on a choppy table maybe 5 to 6, 7, maybe if you're lucky 8 times. So that's the whole idea about pressing up right away. 2 hits, you want to get this up right away. 2 more hits, you're at 4, and you already took at least $100, $200, $150 down as profit. Because if you're going to start low and press it little by little by little, by the time you get it to where you want it, it might be already 4 or 5 rolls, and now the 7's coming because you're getting closer to that rolls of 5 to 6, 7, maybe 8 rolls on a choppy table where the 7 will come. Okay, but if it's really, really bad, then play staying alive like this, or go down to a lower strategy, 110 or 130, whatever the minimum will help you get down to. But this is for like $25 tables, okay? So this is where we started. Okay, so now, like I said, let's say right away a 5 and a 9 hits. A 5 or a 9 hits first. Okay, so that, let's say it's the 9 first hit. You're gonna take 50 for 1. Okay, so you're gonna give him $1, go 50 for 1, and press it up. Go right away to 75, because if it hits right away, you're gonna take 105 already. Okay. Now sometimes when I got this already set up to 75 a piece, and let's say a 6 or an 8 hits, like I told you earlier, we can take $35, right? 35. We'll keep 11, and we're gonna press 6 and 8 to 42, where we can collect $50 for 1. But sometimes when I get a feeling that, you know, we were watching the table is pretty good, you're going to give me at least 4 rolls, 5 rolls. Instead of doing this, because I already got my 5 and 9 pressed up to 75, I'll take the $35 and I'll press either the 6 or the 8 either to $60 and take back that nickel, or I would throw $1 and go to 66. Now I got 3 out of 4 numbers where I'm going to collect good money. I'll collect 105, 105, or I'll collect 77 because I'm at 66. Of course, if the 6 hits, I'm going to press that up too. I'm going to take it to 66. Okay? So that's one option that we can play. Okay, that's $160 right there. Okay, and that all started, like I say, with the base of the 130 Aloha Special. Okay, so let's say you are playing the 130 because the table is not too bad. The minute you hit any one of these numbers and you want to go into the 160, you can take that win and drop this in there and create the 160, and now you can express that. Okay, now another way of playing this express is, let's say you're watching the table, it's, you know, shooters are going around, they're throwing 4 or 5 numbers, but they're not throwing any 4s and 10s, they're throwing inside numbers. So now instead of going, well, I gotta take this and press it up, which is basically almost the same, we'll just drop this and make it like this. So now you got 50 already, right? So we get hit, we can press this up, and the next one we're going to drop this over here. You got choices. Now if you see a lot of 5s, a lot of 9s, you hit $35 win. You can go ahead and press either the 6 or 8 to 60 if you wanted to, because you're going to collect 70 and 70 already. The whole idea is to express this up. Okay? Or you can just say, well, I'm going to drop this and go to 75 already. I can take the 10 and go over here and make this 60, which is I'm gonna collect 70. Sorry, $84 or 85 for one, which is all good money already, right? So that's other options. Something else I wanted to show you, and this is all different ways to play this now. So I want to show you this now because you might see it in the videos that I'm gonna put out, the 3 sessions. Maybe, maybe not, depends what the table's doing. So okay, the other side of this is, let's say dice gets thrown, point is a 5 or a 9, you get paid 49 or 50 for one, right? So it depends on what the table is doing. I'm reading the table. Well, table might be throwing in here. So I'm gonna say, well, you know what? I'm gonna take the 49 instead of the 50 for one. And those of you that have followed the Aloha Special 130, you know that by taking 49, I can triple press, right? I can triple press. You can start either from the 5 or the 9. So let's just say we're going to start from the 5. Okay, so right here, instead of just taking those 50s, going over here on the 5 and 9 and dropping this to 75 and leaving these at $30 each, I might bump this up and take this and make this 75, and then take this and make it 42 each. Okay, so now any other hit I take, even if I take a 10 hit, which will give me $27, let's say the 10 hits, I get paid $27. I'm not worried about this already because I already got it at 75. I'm not worried about pressing this up because I already got it at 42. I take $27 and I take this and I bump this up, and I'm up to where I want to be already. And that was 2 hits, right? That was 2 hits, the 5, the 10. And we're already all set up, taking 105, 105, or 50 for one. 2 hits. If I take 105 and a 50, my money's back. Then I can press this up. Then we can depress it back down. Okay, so these are options that I'm showing you because when I do run through it, maybe you can follow a little better when the 3 sessions are coming out. Okay, later on, after the 3 sessions are done, and like I said, you know, if no 4s and 10s, you can play it this way. It's still 160, right? 110 plus 50. Okay, the difference was this quarter was making that 35, this 15, right? Same thing on the other side. So it's still $50 total. Now later on, after I put out the 3 sessions of what I don't call the Express, I know some people will say, well, that's just 160. A lot of people play that. I understand, but like I said, a lot of people play 130 also, the Aloha Special that I called. But it's the way you play it. It's the way you play it. Okay, so later on, I will come out and say we're gonna play 160 right here, right? 160. If I drop this here and here, and this is the 24, right, where we normally press up. So we got 160. We're gonna make it 184. Okay, 184. So now we don't have to press this 6 and 8 up already. It's already pressed. Of course, it's $24 more we're gonna have to put out on top of the 160. And that's why I said it depends on what your bankroll is. How much you can afford to place out here, that's all up to you. Okay, but this will take away one press that you would have to do. Any number hit over here already, you're going to drop and take it to 75. Okay, so now in this case, let's say you hit the 5 or the 9. That's going to pay you $70. Okay, and that's why you can press this and this to 75. Right? This leaves you $20. You can give $4 and press this up, another $12 each, which will take you to 54, which will pay $63. Okay, some more options that can be done, but this will come in another time when I do the 184 strategy. Yeah, the other thing too is, like, if we did have this set up this way, you win 70 for this 5 or 9, you win 70. So you can press this up like I said, and I don't know if I said earlier, but now you got $20 left. You give $4 and you take this up. Okay, so you can do it that way too, and that's, now you like at the 84 would be like this. Yeah, 184, and this would be already set up, so that's the 184. But if you had the 50 playing the 160, it would be like this, but you would win 70 for the 5 or the 9, and you would press that up, you got $20 left, you give $4 and you press this up. Okay, so those are the options. And so when I get into the video of the Express, I'll make the 3 sessions. You can follow along with my throwing the dice and see what you would do. Try to be able to read the table and bet accordingly. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. This is just a premiere of what I'm going to be putting out. Again, I appreciate all of you who are subscribed. Thank you for your support. And those of you who haven't subscribed but are watching, please subscribe. It's free. Again, don't forget to go to my friend's channel, Hawaii Craps Shooters. Sent me this hat. He's just starting his YouTube channel. Please show him some support. Again, thank you very much, and we'll see you when the new session comes out on the 160 Express. Until then, please stay safe, and please make sure you try to stay alive on the tables. Thank you very much.